In a world where hackers work harder than your gym trainer, it's time we arm ourselves with some solid cybersecurity muscle. From ransomware attacks that demand Bitcoin instead of your lunch money to phishing emails sneakier than a cat burglar, staying safe online has never been trickier. But fear not. With these 10 cybersecurity tips, you won't just survive the digital Wild West, you'll thrive. Let's dive into the top strategies that will keep you from being the easiest mark in cyberspace, while throwing in a few laughs to keep things interesting. Number 10. Don't be the weakest link. Use multi-factor authentication, MFA. Imagine leaving your car keys on top of your car and hoping it doesn't get stolen. Relying solely on a password is essentially the digital equivalent. In 2024, cyber threats have evolved so much that passwords alone are no longer enough. This is why multi-factor authentication has become a cybersecurity standard, adding an extra layer of protection to your accounts. MFA requires a second factor, like a code sent to your phone or biometrics, to verify your identity. According to recent cybersecurity reports, 60% of small businesses in 2024 have experienced a form of cyber attack. Multi-factor authentication is highly effective in reducing these threats, as hackers typically move on to easier targets when they encounter such an obstacle. Multi-factor authentication is essentially the equivalent of having both a lock and a guard dog. If one fails, the other steps in. Number 9. Think before you click. Avoid phishing traps. Phishing attacks have become more advanced and frequent. In 2024, the Internet Crime Complaint Center reported approximately 2,244 phishing incidents per day, a staggering number that highlights the constant threat individuals face online. Phishing isn't just about poorly worded emails anymore. It's evolved with cybercriminals using AI to craft highly personalized and convincing messages. These scammers know just how to get you. They'll send you an email that looks just like it came from your bank, asking you to verify your information. But remember, reputable companies never ask for sensitive information via email. So before you click that link, think twice. If it looks suspicious, it probably is. Number 8. Stay updated. Outdated software is an invitation. Keeping software up to date is often overlooked, but it's a simple and crucial step for maintaining cybersecurity. As of 2024, cybercriminals are increasingly targeting systems that haven't been updated. This trend is aided by the fact that outdated systems have vulnerabilities that are well documented and easier for attackers to exploit. Verizon's 2024 Data Breach Investigation Report noted that a significant percentage of successful cyber attacks were conducted on systems that lacked necessary updates. Imagine fighting a battle where your armor has holes because you refuse the free upgrades. Keeping your software current is like ensuring that armor is always intact. Plus, updates often include patches for newly discovered exploits, making it harder for attackers to find a way in. Staying one step ahead of cybercriminals can be as simple as clicking Update Now, rather than snoozing that reminder for another day. Number 7. Password hygiene. Strong, unique, and updated passwords. Passwords are like socks. They should be changed regularly and not shared with everyone. The top passwords in 2024 still include 123,456 and password. A shocking revelation given how much awareness there is now about cybersecurity. Hackers can break simple passwords in seconds, which is why you need to use strong, unique combinations and change them frequently. Consider using a password manager to generate and securely store complex passwords. Tools like these are especially useful as they enable you to create passwords that are virtually unbreakable without having to remember them yourself. And please, stop using your pet's name as a password. It's just what the hackers are expecting. Better yet, think of your password as a secret handshake that only you know. Keep it unpredictable and, most importantly, keep it secret. Number 6. Secure your Wi-Fi network. Change default settings. Your home Wi-Fi is the gateway to your entire digital life. Unfortunately, many people leave their Wi-Fi networks open or secured with default passwords. As of 2024, Attacks on unsecured Wi-Fi networks have increased dramatically, with hackers finding it easy to gain access to personal information through weak network security. One report indicated that 43% of cyber attacks are aimed at small businesses, often exploiting poorly configured Wi-Fi networks. The solution is simple. Change the default network name and password. Enable network encryption. WPA3 is currently the most secure. And consider hiding your SSID network name to make it harder for strangers to find your network. Secure your Wi-Fi like you would secure the door to your home. Number 5. Back up regularly. Don't let ransomware win. Ransomware attacks are on the rise and are expected to cost businesses a whopping $265 billion annually by 2031. Hackers have grown increasingly bold, with some even setting up customer service to help victims pay ransoms. It's as ridiculous as it is frightening. To protect yourself, back up your data frequently. Having a recent backup means you won't be forced to pay a ransom to regain access to your files. Store backups both locally, like on an external hard drive, and in the cloud. If hackers do get to your data, being able to restore your files quickly ensures you'll be back up and running with minimal disruption, and without forking over a Bitcoin payment to cybercriminals. Number 4. Use a virtual private network, VPN, on public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi is notoriously unsafe. When you use public networks, you're essentially inviting hackers to spy on your activities. In 2024, the use of virtual private networks has become essential whenever you're accessing the internet from coffee shops, airports, or any public place. VPNs encrypt your data, making it much harder for cybercriminals to intercept and use. Think of a VPN as a secure tunnel through which your data travels. Hackers can see that you're there, but they have no idea what you're doing. In a world where privacy is often compromised, using a VPN is a must-have tool for protecting your information on the go. Number 3. AI threats. Beware of sophisticated scams. AI isn't just helping cybersecurity professionals, it's also giving cybercriminals new tools. AI-powered phishing and deepfake scams are now among the biggest threats of 2024. These are attacks that look incredibly realistic, leveraging machine learning to tailor messages that exploit your trust. For instance, cybercriminals have been able to create convincing deepfake videos to manipulate people into authorizing transactions or giving out sensitive information. The trick here is awareness. Always be skeptical of unexpected requests, even if they come from someone you know. Verify through another medium if you receive a video or audio message asking you to do something out of character. Number 2. Zero Trust Security. Trust no one, at least not fully. The Zero Trust model is a fundamental cybersecurity concept that's more critical than ever in 2024. It means never trusting any device or user by default, even those within your network. With the rise of sophisticated threats, even internal networks are no longer safe from attacks. The idea is simple. Verify every user and device that attempts to access the network. This approach has gained significant traction as a defensive measure against breaches, especially considering ransomware-as-a-service platforms that allow anyone, even with limited technical skills, to launch attacks. Think of Zero Trust as treating every stranger you meet like a potential thief until they prove otherwise. Caution first, trust second. Number 1. The human factor. Train yourself and your team. Ultimately, the biggest weakness in cybersecurity isn't a flawed system or weak password. It's the human factor. As sophisticated as attacks have become, many of them still rely on human error. In fact, 81% of breaches in 2024 involve some form of human mistake, whether it's clicking a bad link, using a weak password, or neglecting updates. Cybersecurity awareness training is crucial, whether for your family or your company. Employees who understand the basics of online safety can avoid phishing scams and know what to do if they encounter something suspicious. Regular training updates are necessary as new threats emerge. Cybersecurity isn't a one-and-done effort. It's an ongoing process that requires vigilance and awareness. Thanks for sticking around. Remember, staying safe online isn't just smart, it's a necessity. Smash that subscribe button for more ways to outsmart hackers and protect your digital life. And always double check before you click.